Good morning, this is PJ and these are our daily lectionary readings for Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. Our psalm reading is Psalms 139, 1 through 18. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of 2 Kings, chapter 11, verses 21, all the way through chapter 12, verses 16. And then our New Testament reading continues in the book of James chapter 5, 1 through 6. And remember, today is on Tuesday, so it's reflecting back on what happened on Sunday. So herein to these scriptures readings. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from far away. You search out my paths and my lying down, and we are acquainted with all of my ways, even before a word is on my tongue. O Lord, you know it completely. You hem me in, behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful to me. It is so high that I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limit of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. I'll say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me will become night. Even the darkness is not dark to you, and the night is as bright as the day. For darkness is as light to you. For it was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works that I know very well. And I just lost my spot. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes behold my unformed substance. In your book it was written. All the days were formed for me, when none of them as yet existed. How weighty to me are your thoughts, O God! How vast is the sum of them all! I try to count them. They are more than the sand. I come to the end, and I am still with you. Once again, I apologize for losing my space in Psalms. I think I am going to have to expand to a bigger font and a little bit of a spacing as I look to the computer, then look to you. I just messed up. Here we go. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of 2 Kings. It starts in chapter 11, verse 21, and then it goes through chapter 12, verse 16. So herein to this story. Jehoash was 7 years old when he began to reign. In the 7th year of Jehoash began to reign. He reigned 40 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Zibidah of Beersheba. Jehoash did what was right in the sight of the Lord all of his days, because the priest Jehoiada instructed him. Nevertheless, the high priests were taken away. The people continued to sacrifice and make offerings on the high places. Jehoash said to the priest, all the money offered as a sacred donation, that is brought into the house of the Lord, the money for which each person is assessed, the money from the allotment of the person, and the money from the volunteer offering brought into the house of the Lord. Let the priest receive from each of the donors, and let them repair the house wherever the need of repairs is discovered. But by the 23rd year of King Jehoash, the priest had made no repairs on the house. Therefore King Jehoash summoned the priest Jehoiada with the other priests and said to them, "Why are you not repairing the house? Now therefore do not accept any money from your donors, but hand it over for the repair of the house." So the priests agreed, and they would neither accept more money from the people nor repair the house. Then the priest Jehoiada took a chest. He made a hole in the lid and set it aside by the altar, on the right side as one entered into the house of the Lord. The priest who guarded the threshold put in all the money that was brought in to the house of the Lord. Wherever they saw there was a great deal of money in the chest, the king's secretary and the high priest went up, and they counted the money that was found in the house of the Lord, and tied it up in bags. They would give the money that was weighed out into the hands of the workers who had oversight of the house of the Lord. Then they paid it out to the carpenters and the builders who worked on the house of the Lord, to the masons and to the stone cutters, as well as to buy timber and quarried stones for making repairs to the house of the Lord, as well as the outlay of the repairs of the house. But for the house of the Lord, no basins of silver, snuffers, bowls, trumpets, or any vessels of gold or silver were made from the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. That was given for the workers who were repairing the house of the Lord with it. They did not ask for any accounting from there whose hands they delivered the money to pay out to the workers, for they dealt honestly. The money from the guilt offering and the money from the sin offering was not brought into the house of the Lord, for it belonged to the priests. And that ends our reading from the Old Testament. Let's jump into the New Testament. James chapter 5, verses 1 through 6. We've been working through James for a few weeks now. Let's hear as we get close to the end. Come now, you rich people, and wail for the miseries that are coming to you. Your riches have rotten, the clothes are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver have rusted, and their rust will be evident against you, and it will eat your flesh like fire. You have laid up your treasures, and laid the last days. Listen, the wages of the laborers who mowed your fields, which you kept back by fraud, cry out, and the cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord of hosts. You have lived on the earth in luxury and in pleasure. You have fattened your hearts in a day of slaughter. You have condemned and murdered the righteous one, who does not resist you. And here ends our readings for the day.